All right, peace and blessings. We're gonna finish this part 2 of this whole evening to evening doctrine that people believe in. It's not biblical. It says, in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So now they'll try to say, see, God began creation in darkness. This darkness is absence of light. This darkness is not speaking of an evening. You guys are saying evening to evening is the Sabbath. Evening is governed by the sun and moon. This darkness is not governed by the sun and moon. You understand? Let's keep reading. It says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So the reason why it's saying the evening and the morning were the first and second day isn't because the evening was the beginning of the day. It's saying that the evening and the morning were the second day, or were the first day, or were the third day, because God is working during the daylight portion of that day. And then there's the evening, and the morning is the ending of that day and the beginning of the next day. How do we know that? That's Matthew chapter 28 and verse 1. Let's pay attention, right? Because it fits together perfectly. It says here, in the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn, that's the morning, right? So one day is fully ending as the dawn is coming in toward the next day. The evening is the portion of the day that's after the working portion of the day, which is why the Bible says that God did a work, and the evening and the morning were the first day, and the evening and the morning were the second day. It starts with the working portion. When God does the work in the daytime, quote unquote, then you have the evening, which is when the sun goes down, right? Then you have the morning, which is the end period of that day and the beginning of another day, according to what it's plainly saying right here. So anytime somebody tries to tell you, oh yeah, they kept from evening to evening, that's absolutely false. God worked in his creation week. He worked during the daylight portion of the day. Then the evening, which is another portion of a day, he wasn't working. You see, and the evening, it doesn't say he did any work in the evening, and the morning. The morning is the end of the day, beginning of the next. Like, it's literally that simple. It's not even hard to explain. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna